Cruise cabins may resemble hotel rooms, but they operate under very different rules, and breaking one could result in extra charges or even being removed from the ship. Whether you're in an inside room or a balcony suite, there are 17 things you absolutely must never do in your cruise cabin. Today, we'll walk you through each one with real examples, smart tips, and special notes for senior cruisers who value safety, comfort, and a stress-free experience. So, with potential unexpected costs lurking even in your cabin's fridge, what other seemingly straightforward aspects of your personal space on the ship might have hidden implications? Let's start with something many of you will appreciate: the often coveted minibar. Many assume items in the cabin fridge are included with their drink package, but they're not. Water bottles, sodas, or snacks in the minibar are almost always extra, even if you have a beverage plan. A single bottle can cost you more than what you'd pay at home for a case. Some cruise lines charge up to $4 for a small bottle of water that costs less than 50 cents at the grocery store. The markup on minibar items can be 500% or more, making them one of the most expensive purchases you'll make on board. Fixed income travelers need to be mindful of onboard expenses. Ask your cabin attendant to remove minibar items to avoid confusion and save yourself a surprise on the final bill. If a simple water bottle can cause problems, what about activities that could get you removed from the cruise entirely? Smoking anything, including legal recreational substances, is strictly prohibited inside cruise cabins. Smoke lingers in small spaces and triggers alarms, which may result in fines or disembarkation. Vaping is treated the same way as smoking. Modern cruise ships have incredibly sensitive smoke detection systems that can identify even small amounts of smoke or vapor. When these alarms go off, security responds immediately, and you could face fines ranging from $250 to $500 for a first offense. Even if you've smoked for decades, cruise cabins are not the place to continue. Respecting this rule helps maintain safety and avoids potential conflicts with staff and neighbors. What about stepping outside? Is the balcony safer for smoking? Most cruise lines prohibit smoking on balconies due to fire risks. A stray ash can travel in the wind and ignite furniture or land on a neighbor's balcony. Violating this policy is taken very seriously by crew. Ocean winds can carry burning embers surprising distances, and balcony furniture is often made of materials that ignite easily. In 2022, several cruise lines reported balcony fires caused by smoking, leading to emergency responses and potential evacuations. Safety is a shared responsibility. Even one mistake could put you and other passengers at risk, and no cruise is worth that gamble. Beyond safety, what about everyday items? Could you unknowingly damage your room? Hanging items with tape or suction cups may leave marks or peel surfaces. Over-the-door organizers can scuff doors or pull fixtures loose. Cruise lines may charge you for these repairs. Damage charges can range from $25 for minor scuts into several $100s for significant surface damage or broken fixtures. The repair costs on board are significantly higher than what you'd pay on land due to the specialized materials and labor required. Many seniors like to decorate or add helpful storage tools, but it's essential to use magnetic hooks or cruise-approved solutions. It keeps your cabin intact and avoids unexpected fees. Speaking of fees, are you sure everything in your room is meant to be taken home? Robes, towels, binoculars, and umbrellas are for use during your cruise, not to be packed in your suitcase. While some items like slippers or complimentary tote bags are yours to keep, most aren't. You'll be charged for any missing inventory. Bathrobes can cost $75 to $100 to replace, while towels typically run $15 to $25 each on your final bill. Some cruise lines use RFID tracking on expensive items, so they'll know exactly which cabin took what. Cruise etiquette is different from hotels. Understanding what's included and what isn't helps you avoid accidental charges that could follow you after the trip ends. Now let's step out onto the balcony. Could how you open your doors actually be dangerous? Doing this creates a wind tunnel, slamming doors and sending items flying. On rare occasions, people have even been injured when doors shut violently. Cruise cabins aren't built for cross braces like your home might be. The pressure differential created by open doors on opposite sides of the cabin can generate winds strong enough to slam doors with tremendous force. Fingers and hands can be seriously injured, and loose items can become dangerous projectiles. Protecting yourself from accidental injuries, especially hand or joint-related injuries, is critical when traveling. Keep doors closed one at a time for safety. And what about the railing? Is it really safe to lean or sit there? Climbing or sitting on balcony railings is incredibly dangerous, even if you feel stable. Cruise ships move, and a sudden shift could cost you your life. No one falls by accident when they follow the rules. Even in calm seas, ships can experience sudden movements from waves, wind, or course corrections that can catch you completely off guard. Tragically, overboard incidents do occur, and many are preventable by simply following basic safety guidelines. Mobility and balance aren't always as strong as they used to be. One slip is all it takes, so always keep both feet on the floor and away from the edge. So how should we interact with cabin furniture and doors to stay safe? It may seem convenient to push a chair toward the edge, but it invites dangerous behavior, especially for kids or grandkids. Strong winds can also move furniture unpredictably. This is one of those quiet safety risks you won't notice until it's too late. Balcony winds can be much stronger than expected, especially on upper decks or during rough weather. Lightweight furniture can shift suddenly, and what seems like a stable setup can become dangerous in minutes. If you're cruising with family, setting safe boundaries is vital. Remove temptation by keeping furniture centered and stable. Let's move back inside. How should we treat the people who help keep our cabins comfortable? Cabin stewards work incredibly hard, often cleaning multiple rooms twice a day. Being kind, communicative, and patient makes their job and your stay better. Small gestures of gratitude go a long way. Your cabin steward typically works 10 to 12-hour days, 7 days a week, for months at a time while away from their families. They often manage 15 to 20 cabins and take pride in providing excellent service despite the demanding schedule. Respecting others is second nature to many older travelers. Let that wisdom shine through by building a respectful rapport with your steward. What about the simple signs in your room? Do they really matter? If you forget to put up the Do Not Disturb sign, crew may knock and enter, sometimes at inconvenient moments. On the other hand, failing to use the Makeup Room sign might mean your room doesn't get cleaned. Ace signs are your only way to communicate when you're out or busy. Cabin stewards have master keys and are trained to enter when they see no sign displayed, assuming the room is ready for service. Without proper signage, you might return to find your room not cleaned, or worse, have an awkward encounter during an unexpected entry. Maintaining a clean and private space is essential for comfort. Use these tools wisely to ensure you're never caught off guard. And what about tipping? Is it just a suggestion or something more serious? Cruise staff depend heavily on gratuities for their income. Removing them, unless due to poor service, can be unfair, especially to the crew you never meet, like galley workers. It also damages the culture of appreciation on board. Automatic gratuities are typically $12 to $15 per person per day and are distributed among multiple crew members, not just your visible service staff. Many crew members earn base wages as low as $50 to $100 per month, making tips essential for supporting their families back home. Seniors understand the value of hard work. Supporting the behind-the-scenes crew shows empathy and makes future cruises better for everyone. Let's talk about packing. Could bringing the wrong appliance put your cabin at risk? Irons, steamers, and surge-protected power strips are banned for fire safety reasons. Extension cords must be approved, and many cruise lines provide them for CPAP users. CBD products, even legal ones, are also not allowed and could get you banned. Ship electrical systems are different from home wiring, and unauthorized devices can overload circuits or create fire hazards. Security screening at embarkation includes X-ray machines that can detect prohibited items, leading to confiscation and potential security interviews. Older travelers often bring special equipment. Always check with your cruise line beforehand to avoid confiscation. What else needs protecting during your trip? Jewelry, passports, and cash should be placed in the cabin safe. Even prescription medications can be stored there for added protection. Losing these items, especially abroad, can be a nightmare. Cabin doors are accessed by housekeeping, maintenance, and security staff throughout your cruise. And while theft is rare, it's better to be safe than sorry. International replacement of passports can take weeks and cost hundreds of dollars in fees and travel disruptions. Replacing essential documents or medicines is harder later in life. Play it safe and use your cabin security features. Let's head to the bathroom. Are you flushing something you shouldn't? Cruise toilets use a vacuum system. Flushing wipes, tissues, or hygiene products can block the system and flood multiple cabins. It's a costly and embarrassing mistake. Marine sanitation systems are much more sensitive than home plumbing, and a blockage can affect multiple cabins on your deck or below. When these systems fail, it can create unsanitary conditions and require professional cleaning that you might be charged for. Knowing the difference between land habits and ship protocol keeps things running smoothly. When in doubt, ask your cabin steward how to dispose of something properly. What about being a good neighbor? How do you keep peace with others? Cabin walls are thin. Loud talking, music, or door slamming can disturb others. Nighttime noise is one of the most common cruise complaints. Be courteous and treat your neighbors as you'd like to be treated. Sound travels easily through cabin walls and floors, and what seems like normal conversation volume to you might be keeping your neighbors awake. Noise complaints can escalate to security involvement and potential cabin reassignments. Many seniors enjoy rest and quiet. Contributing to a calm, respectful environment ensures everyone sleeps well, including you. What about leaving wet clothes out to dry? Is the balcony a good place for that? Hanging clothes on railings is prohibited. Items can blow overboard, and drying clothes on sprinkler heads can trigger water damage and set off alarms. There's usually a retractable clothesline in the shower for this purpose. Ocean winds are unpredictable and can reach surprising speeds, easily carrying clothing overboard where it's lost forever. Hanging items on fire suppression systems can trigger sensitive alarms, leading to emergency responses and potential fines. A small drying mistake can cause massive inconvenience. Use the right tools to keep things dry without risking a cabin flood. And finally, what's the one mistake that too many people make on the very last day? Many passengers leave behind keys, passports, or jewelry in the cabin safe. Once you leave the ship, you often can't return to retrieve items. This turns a smooth journey into a frustrating, stressful exit. Lost items in cabin safes are among the most common post-cruise problems, and retrieving them can be nearly impossible once the ship has sailed to its next destination. Some cruise lines charge shipping fees of $50 to $100 or more to mail forgotten items, if they can be recovered at all. Disembarkation can be busy, and memory slips are more common when rushing. Double-check your safe as part of your final packing routine, and start your trip home without regrets. So, as you prepare to disembark and take all those wonderful memories with you, what's one last crucial step to ensure a smooth and stress-free departure from your cabin? That brings us to our final but equally important point. A cruise cabin should feel like your personal sanctuary at sea, but knowing the rules is what helps keep it that way. Whether it's avoiding fines, injuries, or unnecessary stress, these 17 habits help senior travelers enjoy their voyage to the fullest. We know traveling to great destinations far from home surely needs great preparation, so we'd like to help you by giving you a complete travel packing list for free. Just scan the QR code on screen and it's all yours to download. And check the video description for exclusive deals and more cruise tips made for senior travelers.